Welcome to Acromag's product and application presentation on the EtherStax Ethernet I/O models ES2151 and ES2152. Acromag's EtherStax ES2151 and ES2152 modules add a great degree of flexibility to the EtherStax family, allowing you to Ethernet enable virtually any analog signal. With 32 analog inputs and 16 analog outputs, these modules provide high-density channel isolation, perfect for applications with high channel counts and limited space. High-resolution 16-bit A to D and D to A converters provide current input accuracy better than 0.1% of range and voltage input accuracy better than 0.05% of range, while fast scan times allow updating of all 48 channels in under 10 milliseconds. User configurable sample averaging and integration and totalization with non-volatile registers enable these units to keep count even through power-off conditions, which is great for fluid flow applications. Additionally, all EtherStax products are designed to pass stringent testing and meet ordinary and hazardous location approvals. These EtherStax models offer a lot of benefits. They support Ethernet Modbus TCP/IP and UDP/IP protocols. Onboard pluggable terminal blocks and the ability to be connected to industry-standard 8B and 7B isolation amplifiers allow these units up to 1500 volts of individual channel isolation and enable connection to DC current, DC voltage, DC millivolts, thermocouples, RTDs, potentiometers, strain gauges, load cells, frequencies, and more. Together with four-way isolation and surge protection, these units are ideal for electrically harsh environments. Redundant power and communication ports provide bumpless switching to keep the data flowing if a line breaks or if a power supply gives out. And Acromag's peer-to-peer I2O communication now supports percent of span and timed updates for fast and efficient transmission of data. Additional benefits of the EtherStax units include a web-based configuration interface so that there is no need to install any software. Only your web browser is needed, so configuration is easy and compatible with any operating system. Onboard calibration automatically calibrates instruments to perform better over temperature ranges. Built-in loopback circuit and on-demand self-test verify input and output calibration for accurate measurements. User-configurable 32-bit floating point scaling registers eases the processing demands of PLC, DCS, or CPU controls. Dual-format data registers support both 16-bit signed integers and 32-bit floating point formats. And these units are built and tested for 50 Gs of shock and 5 Gs of vibration, and for extended operating temperatures from minus 40 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius, or minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. With differential voltage inputs and coupled with the optional 8B isolation amplifiers, the EtherStax 2151 and 52 provide up to 1500 volts of channel-to-channel isolation. With the optional external 8B isolation amplifiers, if an electrical fault anomaly does occur and surpasses the capabilities of the 1500 volt isolation, each 8B module is easily accessible and affordable to replace. Both the aluminum enclosure and the open circuit board are designed for efficient stacking and mounting to standard DIN rail systems and may be stacked either vertically or horizontally to take advantage of the high channel density for the most efficient use of space. With the ability to stack up to 3 tall and mount side to side, these EtherStax units provide combo analog channel density of up to 288 channels in just 16.5 inches of DIN rail space. The high channel density and per channel configuration of these Ethernet units make them perfect for supervisory control and data acquisition, or SCADA, systems, power generation and monitoring, and testing and measurement applications. Other suitable uses include embedded applications and simulation, wire-saving peer-to-peer applications, and volume usage relating to flow totalization and monitoring. As with other network-capable Acromag modules, the ES2151 and 52 modules are configured and set up through a simple web interface using your computer's browser, so there is no need to install or maintain any software. The ES2151 and 52 modules support up to 10 sockets, meaning each module can handle up to 10 masters, allowing 10 concurrent users to talk to the device. The number of sockets allowed is programmable as well, allowing the number of masters to be limited to just one or a few for added security. Either static or dynamic IP addressing through DHCP or boot IP may be configured to allow for easy integration into existing network infrastructure. Auto-negotiating is also configurable per port. Finally, on the network configuration page, the ES2151 and 52 modules may be configured as hubs to allow integration into applications utilizing redundancy for high reliability. Per-channel configuration allows independent customization of each channel's input and output parameters. Each current channel allows the input range to be set at plus or minus 20 milliamps or 4 to 10 milliamps, while each voltage channel allows the input range to be set at plus or minus 5 volts or plus or minus 10 volts. Each channel may also be scaled independently and have integration totalization turned on. Expanding its flexibility, each voltage port or 8-channel group on the EtherStax module can be switched between the 8B standard connection or direct screw terminals via the web configuration tool. The test page shows input values, scaled values in units, and totalized values for each channel in real time to verify that the unit is connected properly and communicating successfully with the network. Channels in the EtherStax test page are updated automatically without refreshing the page to allow live monitoring of sensor values. The EtherStax ES2151 and ES2152 are part of Acromag's EtherStax I family. These EtherStax I units provide rugged, high-density, high-speed combo I/O for virtually any analog signal with scan times less than 1 millisecond per channel. These units also feature high resolution and accuracy with 16-bit A to D and D to A converters. High voltage isolation and high-level surge protection protect these units and your equipment from electrical faults. 2 dB25 input interface ports allow connection to Series 8B or 7B isolation amplifiers for virtually any analog sensor and providing high channel-to-channel isolation. A wide operating temperature range makes these units perfect for extreme temperature environments. Redundant power and communication ports ensure bumpless transmission in the event of a communication failure. And they are rugged with an industrial-grade design for high reliability operation and hostile environments. The EtherStax modules may be ordered in different configurations. While both the ES2151 and ES2152 feature analog current and voltage inputs, the ES2151 is the analog current output model, and the 2152 is the voltage output model that comes with a dB25 connector on the voltage outputs for optional connection to an isolated amplifier module. The EtherStax units may also be ordered with either dual copper ports or one copper and one fiber optic port. Each of these configurations are available either as an enclosed module or as an open PCB board for custom applications.